broad range of students who have taken the music production class. I know that some are garage band musicians who've learned how to play guitar at home. There are classical saxophonists who are going to study to be classical musicians or music educators. There are some who've taken this class because they're music listeners and they enjoy how music sounds. They wanted to know more about that. So having this varied level of experience with sound production or recording music, improvising music, has made for a really rich conversation.
Learning in this class, I think, is different because it's a lot more hands-on. I think class is a lot more productive because we get to use pieces of technology that's new to us, and so it's really hands-on and we get to work together as a group.
Music to Save Music started with 4th and 5th grade learners and their idea of what they could do to impact our community. And when I came here to the University Liggett School, we approached Music to Save Music in a bit of a different angle. We were composers and creators and music producers, and the idea came about again of what are we going to do with our music. Okay, can we all think about this together, and that might help. So there are people who are considering their project and having trouble coming up with ideas. So can you share your trouble? Where are you running into some issues?
Well, so I picked the foundation to Save the Music Foundation, but so I wrote about it, I researched it. Me and Lainey are doing the same thing.
Oh, fantastic.
We're so connected. So I have a slide for about them, like when they were founded, what's their goal, and then I have a slide for why we should help them. And other than that, I can't think of too many other things to include. Should I include it? Maybe there's a promotional video I could embed in the slideshow.
You should do your personal feeling,
personal.
Why, personal connection to it.
Personal. Okay.
If you have one, why you want to help them.
All right.
Good. Yeah.
That sounded better.
I like the guitar like
Let's
that.
sell it.
So it doesn't take over.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm hurt.
No, it's good.
No, okay. I'm kidding. Yeah.
We need to turn the bass up a little bit though. You can't really hear the bass in the background as much.
Yeah, we need to hear
The bass guitar.
Maybe bring the bass player.
True.
So that definitely speaks to that. Definitely.
I think the class has taught us two things: tech skill and confidence. I came into the class and they originally wanted me to be a scratch recorder for the vocals, and I didn't really want to do it. But through the class, they encouraged me, and I eventually built up the confidence to be able to sing. And then they also taught me a lot of technical skills that even now, even in this part of the year, I've already used in other classes. I needed to make a video for another class, and the knowledge of sound editing really helped me be able to make my video good.
If you were to, let's say you have a living, breathing mixing board in front of you where this track is the tambourine, and this track is the cowbell, and this track is the bongo, and saxophone and guitar and vocals and backup vocals. How would you tweak the levels to create this live mixing board into a mix that you think would be level?
I would turn vocals up a bit.
Okay.
Cowbell, kind of maybe just a bit down. Tambourine sounds pretty good. Bongo's pretty loud. I turn the saxophone up, especially because it's not throughout the whole back thing. It's just kind of a solo. So I would turn it up. And then the guitar, sometimes it was too loud for me, and sometimes it was too quiet. So it just depends on the space.
I truly believe that the people who are doing the thinking and the talking are the people who are doing the learning. And when I am the one who is talking the whole time and explaining things, I'm the one doing the thinking and the learning. It's truly important that I set the stage, lay the groundwork for the experience, and the learners then take the initiative to do the thinking, do the learning, do the talking, share their ideas, reframe their thinking, and continue this journey in our learning experience. So the more that I can take a supportive role rather than a lead role, the learners become the active agents of their own learning. I'll also ask one other thing as my listening ear in the lead vocals. you said could be turned up a little bit.
Yeah.
How can we make the lead vocals sound louder without adjusting the volume?
You could like sing a little louder.
Sing right directly into it. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
below you
True.
or not, but if you
Hold it like this.
Did you notice mic placement?
Or the gain.
Did you notice mic placement for
No.
Jasmine last time?
No.
It was a bit further away like this. What microphone catches things that are further away?
Omnidirectional.
The omnidirectional, but that's the cardioid pattern, right?
Dancer.
Condenser mic, right?
Nice.
Condenser mic,
Sounds like a boy.
right? What other times have you ever been in a situation where a beat or something has kept everything together?
rowing.
Rowing. Tell me more about that.
When you row. Not always when it's kind of outdated. They used to do it in a lot of the bigger ships back then. Nowadays they just have someone say, like, vocally do the beat. But so when I row, there's someone going, well, telling us commands, so we're all together to drive us forward.
What happens when not everybody's rowing at the same time?
You slow down a lot
And you turn.
and you turn.
It's like when Charlie,
What happened? I'm sorry?
Like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, when they were going on the thing and they were rowing and the guy was beating on the drum, and it determined whether they sped up or slowed down.
And it shows
It's a great hill.
It is, right? When a learner is truly owning their thinking, it becomes meaningful and relevant to them. When they're sitting in a class where they're just getting information and regurgitating it onto a test, it's not going to be anything that is an enduring understanding. What we talk about in class, we have an end learning goal, but the ways that we achieve those learning goals is very specific to each learner. So in the music classroom, there are many different ways of creating a track. There are many different ways of composing a song. Creating opportunities for learners, or in this case musicians, to have a voice and have a choice in the way that they're approaching their the way they show their own understanding becomes it becomes ingrained into who they are. It's not a song anymore, it's what I sound like. And when we have a collective piece that is what each student sounds like together, it's not a song anymore, it's the soundtrack of our class.